Alright guys, time to talk about PENGU on the channel once again. Now I haven't talked about PENGU in about 2 weeks, exactly January 6th. So let's go back to the 6th and see where we were. Now yeah, we were actually pretty much at the peak of where PENGU has been, excluding the first day. Now the first day, of course, it was airdropped. I even sold it up here at about, I think, 6.6 cents, guys. I sold it very high, and I picked back up 500 at about, I think it was 3.6 cents or so later, guys. I think it was somewhere around end of December or something like this. Can't remember 100%, but and then I think about a week ago I picked up another 500 more at I think about 2.4 cents or so. So yeah, I think it's probably now hit its rock bottom. My average cost is somewhere around 3 cents now. So I'm still a little bit under, but what I have picked up PENGU with is free money, guys. So I really essentially lost nothing because I'm using, other free money from airdrops and launch pools and things like this. So I think that's probably all the, Pudgy Penguins or PENGU I'm going to get. Maybe, just have to see, but it is still my lowest bag, so maybe I do pick up another 500 or 1,000 or so. Just have to wait and see, but I do think this is about to move, guys. You can see here on a daily time frame, it's actually taking out the previous 6 days so far. Now we do have more resistances and supports because this is, now more than, a few hours old. So it is now a little bit more than a month, but, still that's not a lot of time when it comes to the charts. Anyways, we are taking out the 2.5 cent resistance at the moment. This is a daily resistance. There is a weekly too that we are taking out just slightly below that. So if we close the candle here, that'll be great. It looks like we would have gotten support at about 2.2 cents. And the next really resistance is up here at about 2.8 cents. So not really a big difference from where it is right now. But yeah, that's what it has to do next, guys. Now taking a look at the RSI, guys, the weekly still hasn't really printed anything yet. Still too early, so let's go to the daily time frame, see how this is looking. Actually, it's oversold on the Stochc RSI and it's pointed upwards on the RSI, so that looks good on the daily time frame, guys. 4-hour time frame, it is overbought on the Stochc RSI and it is pointed to the downside with the RSI. So still in neutral territory or good territory though. Still has room to really grow if it wants to, but right now 4-hour is kind of mixed. 1-hour time frame, let's take a look. Pointed to the downside with the Stochc, and the RSI is, I would say it's slightly pointed down. So yeah, in the 15-minute time frame, just for fun, yeah, oversold actually on the Stochc RSI, and right in the middle really with the RSI, but pointed to the downside. So in my opinion, guys, has PENGU kind of run its course? On longer time frames, like I said, well, the weekly hasn't printed, but the daily looks very good. But the lower time frames, like the 4-hour pointed down, guys. 1 hour, pointed really down, and 15 minutes, it is pointed down here, although it's oversold on Stochc. So I think in shorter time frames, this is probably headed down, probably some more. Now, whether we catch this support here at 2.5 cents and get a bounce there, let's see if it holds, guys. If not, you do have this weekly support that sits under us at about 2.52 cents there. So let's see what happens. Now, I want to turn on the volume here so you can see that basically, if I move this a little bit over, this is the visible range. Basically, PENGU has a long way to go to get above basically this node here at 4 cents. So yeah, it's going to have to kind of climb this mountain, guys, of volume, And once it gets above about 3.4 cents, that volume tends to drop off here. So let's see. Long road ahead though, like I said. Now taking a look at the tokenomics, guys, of PENGU. As I told you, I don't have that much. I have like 1,000 PENGU. Yeah, not much at all. But anyways, guys, there is a max supply of 8888888. So you have, I don't know, a bunch of 8s here. Circulating, most of that is actually circulating, so that's actually pretty good. I would say, what, about 75%, if I just calculate off the top of my head or so, is circulating. Now, all-time high, 6.8 cents basically. Like I said, I sold at 6.6, but at the moment it's a 61% discount. That actually isn't bad, guys. That's a pretty good little discount, I would say. And you know, this is, I think, going to be a good project. It's very new, guys, and it's all about NFTs and things. I haven't been able to look at their website too. Does anyone have that problem? If you do, please mention in the comments, because every time I look at the website, it just, I can't get in it for some reason. Now, taking a quick look at Bitcoin, guys, you can see we are hours away from the highest weekly candle close that we've ever had. Now, again, we're only about $270 above this at the moment. Anything can happen, guys. This could come right under, and we will close under this line and have to start again, you know, basically tomorrow, because this is a weekly time frame resistance. So we need a weekly candle above this. Now, if we get a daily candle above 106, 150 basically, that will also signal some continuation as well. However, I think this would be the first step here, and you know, maybe tomorrow we could get that next leg up and close above this line, and then we can see that continuation is going to happen. Now, Ethereum, on the other hand, is right on the border again of this, you know, 33.13. Right now, it's about $3 over it. Earlier, when I made a video, it was about $6 under this line. It's still quite far away from the close. Not really quite far away. It's like, okay, in UTC time, it's about 9 o'clock, so it still has about 3 hours to go. But yeah, you know, when you're only like $4 above it, you know, I would say it's quite far to the close. So anything can happen here. Now, if we take a look at the total market cap, guys, yeah, I mean, it's trying really to go up to this 3.62 trillion. And, you know, you can see how many times we've hit this 3.62 trillion, and just, you know, gotten rejected. I mean, it's multiple times, guys. So we are still trying to trend up here. We have a slightly green candle right now, just barely green. Let's see what happens today. Now, the market cap excluding Bitcoin, still kind of consolidating like the, you know, total market cap that includes Bitcoin. But yeah, we need to get above about 1.55 trillion, and we are not far from 1.71 trillion, guys, which is pretty much the all-time high, you know, for market cap excluding Bitcoin. Now, taking a quick look at the dominance, again, and when you look at it like this, it still looks like it could be playing out like a W pattern here. Although the more this goes like sideways, the less that, you know, W pattern becomes, you know, realistic, I guess we can say. But yeah, I mean, it would be kind of an ugly W, but still it's somewhat of a W pattern, I would say. You know, I thought we had kind of broken down from the W, you know, I think back here. But yeah, it appears, you know, it's still in play, unfortunately. Let's go to the liquidation heat map. Basically, 24 hours. Others are the ones people are getting liquidated on. Then ETH, then Trump coin, which is crazy. And Vine, Jupiter, Bitcoin. So these are the top 6, basically. Only 103 million, you know, have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. That's almost nothing, guys. Now, altcoin season, still at 55. It hasn't really changed, I think, for a day or so. Again, I'm not sure how often they update this. I would like to know. If anybody knows, please answer in the comments as well. Now, Fear and Greed, 73. Yesterday, 75. I think for 3 or 4 days it was 75. So we're starting to cool down a little bit, so that's good too. Now, if we take a quick look at the bull market peak indicator, still 0 from 30, guys. 100% hold. So keep holding your bags, guys. Not financial advice. Now, the Bitcoin Pi Cycle top indicator is one of the best indicators, I would say. We can zoom in, but you can see it's not really that close, guys. Although it is kind of getting this curve up, it's going to take a long time. Now, economic calendar. Quite important this week. Tomorrow, really nothing though. Core durable goods on Tuesday. We also have some HPI numbers and consumer confidence. Wednesday is the most important day. It's the interest rate decision. We're expecting not to cut. However, Trump is trying to pressure Powell into cutting. I don't think we're going to get a cut, guys, though. But, you know, there is the odds. Let's take a look at the odds. We haven't looked at the odds in a while because, you know, it doesn't make sense really to look at it all the time. But basically it looks like there's no chance that we're getting a cut this time. If we look at March, though, and like I've said, I think we're going to get a cut. Now, there's still 28% that believe we're going to get a cut like me. Let's see how much that pressure plays into this, you know, in the next couple of months. We are getting good inflation numbers, though, lately, so that's not bad. And anyways, guys, let's keep going here. Now, crypto bubbles. Let's see what it looks like. It actually has some very big green bubbles today. So it's kind of a mixed bag. I would say it's like 50-50, maybe even 45-55, more in favor of reds. But it does say the day is green, and I think that's just because we have such large, you know, numbers here that kind of soak up all of these little tiny ones that are just barely red. For example, BNB is 0.6% red, HTX 0.8%, you know, with 0.7. So many things are just barely red, guys. And I would say it looks good pretty much across the board. Now, Coinondo. If you want to stake your coins, guys, go here, type in, for example, Bitcoin. You can see the limits and the days you have to stake and things. Be careful. You don't want to get tied into a position that you can't get out of, especially if you're satisfied with the price. I recommend flexible at this point because, for example, I don't think the bull market is going to last 360 days. So you'd get locked in, and yeah, you might not be able to sell at a great price, you know, in for example, 6 months or 8 months when this is probably all over. And a lot of other influencers are thinking 6 months, 8 months maximum. So yeah, guys, be prepared. Don't lock up now and get into a position where you have to wait for your coins and you lose a lot of money just trying to make a few cents here and there. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you on PENGU today. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.